I'm just gonna start like this. We're good. I can hear. Yes, we're good. I was gonna like double check. I'm so worried. Already, if my room doesn't come in, this should be a quick one. Um, it is 6 p.m. I got dinner at 6:30 at the dining hall with some of my teammates. So let's make this kind of quick. There's a couple of things I want to touch on. I even have a post-it note with stuff I want to talk about. I kind of beyond trading, but okay. Today is March 9th. Monday. Didn't take a trade. There was a really good setup for one though. Actually, did ES take that? Yes, didn't. Alrighty, 15 minutes. Where's market open? Um, Slick bar. Yeah, right here. That's good. Okay. Coming into the morning, I am. Why the hell? It just does that, and then it's gonna mess it up on that. Okay, cool. Let's nothing. Okay, so coming into the morning, huge new week opening gap. Um, we finally broke out of basically this monthly range, right? Boom, sold off. Boom. And so put a manipulation during Asia. Where's Asia? Saw that. Possible manipulation. Boom. Actually, not really 15-minute manipulation, but we down, back up, boom. And then where am I marking up my ranges? Where's EQ? EQ of this is the move that sponsored that move. Boom, we're in EQ. And so I'm seeing that, okay, this is just straight up. We haven't rebalanced this yet. I'm seeing, okay, we want to go possibly rebalance this to send it higher if higher is the move. If lower's the move, we'll sweep that, push down, see what happens around EQ around here, right? And I'm like, okay, technically it doesn't have to be EQ. What are the liquidity points? What are the important POIs? This, right? That order block right there. And so I'm thinking, okay, we pushed up, we manipulated into this gap. Failure swing, failure swing. Does this look like manipulation? Like true manipulation? Not really to send us lower, but it is manipulating like people that have their stops there. I don't know. It just didn't look right like manipulation. And so coming in market open, I'm like, that looks like possible AMD setup forming, right? So I want lower. And so boom, push down, market opens, rip up. I saw this candle live. Actually, probably be a good explanation of why I missed a trade. I got back actually pretty early from the dining hall. Boom. My roommate's still here. And he's like changing and shit. And not that I care what he thinks, but it's like I'm not gonna hop on my desktop this thing and try to trade off that. Now I just sound stupid. I sound like why did you checking out? You're scared of him caring. Why do I care? I don't care. I shouldn't care, right? Especially with my performance the past 2 months. I shouldn't give a fuck. Like I shouldn't care about that. About what he thinks, what other people think. I should be free to open this in class. Right. There's another thing. I got econ Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. or 8:10. And it's like I sit close to the back because I usually get there right before it starts. And I'm like, that would be perfect to just look at the market. But I'm too worried about what other people think. It's part of my subconscious. Because consciously I'm like, okay, I don't care. But subconsciously in the back of my brain, there's something saying, oh, what are they gonna think? But boom, I'm on my laptop, and then he leaves a switch to the desktop. And in that time, I look away from the chart for like a minute to set something else up, and I miss the trade. But we open up high, and I'm like, damn, this looks really good. This is big manipulation to what? Send us down to at least take out, those lows. Boom, push down. We tapped off of this. I'm like, okay, is this bullish? Boom, this candle. Okay, we souped it there. This next candle, if we get closure below here, that means closure inside of this range again, which means it's bearish to take what? To take the low that put in that high. I like this low, especially all these stacked lows down here. So if we get closure below there, I want to be in. And I think it was the speed of that candle that came in that I just completely missed it. And now I'm like, shit. I came back, I think, at the end of that candle, open of this one, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I literally I probably have TradeZilla open on this. Yeah, I think I was doing something in here because I can't do it on my laptop. But then I missed that, and I'm like, shit. So I still want lower. I still want, right here for the lows. So what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Okay, trying to find an entry. Boom. We're just so close to it down here that I'm like, I can't take any of this. Right? Okay, that's a soup. Boom. Took the low of that candle. Okay, possibly coming for the high of that candle next. Nope, closure below. Okay, I like closure below there since we didn't retake that candle high to push down lower, right? Never mind. Boom. None of this is rebalancing it either, right? But then realistically, I don't want to see closure back up in here, or else that's kind of bearish. We should at least hold 50%. And we didn't even touch 50%. Boom. High, 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 swept. I really would have liked if this would have swept out all of that. Boom, that's a change in the state. That looks good for shorts to at least take that low, right? Took the took the low. Okay, possibly come back to discount, push it back down. Boom, swept that, push up, swept out that. This is still not EQ. None of this is EQ. And I think I was off the charts by then. Yeah. So my tick profit would have been hit. What RR did I miss? Let's just say I get like a really shitty fill right there. Boom, stop loss up there. Well, I'm still going to take the same amount of contracts. So I'm going to take, what is that, 4 contracts for MNQ? It would have hit full TP2. I wouldn't have had really any runners. Maybe one runner down here, but like still, I didn't watch anything else that happened in this market. Is that just a giant failure swing? Oh, we didn't take the low again. Wow. What did ES do? What in the heck? Ah, we did. ES took the low, manipulated, and then sent it higher. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, the things, the reason why I wasn't like on the charts super much for this, I think I'm like, okay, this for this to be Manny, we need to get closure below here. But with my first TP being down there, I'm like, the manipulation technically isn't confirmed. It's confirmed when you close below, right, or something like that. That's how I think of it. This is manipulation signature, but it's not really confirmed. And most of the time, it'll be like big candle up, okay, red candle, 3 candles or 2 candles, then we close below those, and then that's how the bigger ranges play out. I bet if I had the 30-second, that would have been what happened. But then, boom, that was our market structure shift. Retrace discount right here, right? Discount. It looks so good in hindsight, but yeah, you know, I saw it. I read this open so perfectly. I'm like, man, I don't see that as the manipulation. This is accumulation. If we push up, sweep the high again, that's manipulation. We're manipulating the people that went short right here. We're trying to catch that top for that gap, and then I'm selling off to then take it higher. And that's literally exactly what happened. Maybe not after I got off, but that's exactly what happened. I like seeing that. It would have been done right before I had to go. So that's all I need to see. But I mean, that's it from the trading side of today. 8 minutes. Yes. I need to keep these around like 6 to 8 minutes because I spend way too much time yapping. Uh, but there's one thing that I just need to speak on. I don't even. This is just me getting my thoughts out there. But I missed a trade today. Okay, boom. I woke up and I don't know if it's because of my performance the past couple months. Maybe it finally clicked in my mind. And I talked with some guys, and they're like, yeah, when you like become profitable, there obviously is like one telltale sign. Like, okay, boom, you went through a whole month with profit, taking blah 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 amount of trades. It's not a super clear defined one, but there is a point in time where you do become profitable, and it's weird. I think they're like quoting ICT saying, yeah, it's weird. You don't really know how to feel about it. um, and I don't know if it's because that finally resonated with me because I've obviously recorded the past 3 months, right? Basically, almost every day's price action. You've seen how I've changed. And I really am looking forward to, once I finally take a payout, to go back and watch how I got there, what building blocks got me to that. Because I recorded like my daily stuff. And I'm like, hopefully that I can put that in a game plan. But back to it, it's like, okay, I didn't take a trade. I don't know if it's because, I finally realized that, okay, I'm becoming profitable. This is working out a little bit. And finally tabbing out of like, damn, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at school. And I wish I was back home doing this, staying on until 11. I think that would help me more if I was constantly on the charts until like 11. Uh, but then I'm like, I'd be a little lazy, wouldn't really do much. But I mean, it's college is coming out of my pocket, so that's kind of bonus. But and I get to do the sport I love. There's another part of that. But boom, I missed a trade. Okay, it happens. I was tapped out. That's the reason why. It's bullshit why I was tapped out, but I was tapped out. That's not hesitating on a trade. That's just being tapped out. Get to practice. Boom. Throws are going like shit. Like truly terrible. And it's to the point where in my throwing career, where and it's because it's just a technical thing. And I'm like this with trading too, is that okay, if someone doesn't go my way, okay, it's fine. It's whatever. But when you connect it to like an outcome, like coach wants me to throw far, obviously. But when I'm like, man, I should be throwing further, kind of made me sulky and kind of like discouraged. And then it's like I was, walking in the weight room and I'm like, man, I really don't want to be here, man. This is bullshit. This is blah blah blah. But then I'm thinking and I'm like, why am I saying that? That was throwing. That was trading earlier. That's not lifting, right? Throwing took up hour and a half of my day. That's nowhere near anything significant. Why am I bringing that energy into the next thing? And so that's, first thing on this sticky note that I wrote is like, don't let things carry over. Don't let oh, there's a word that I'm looking for, like disgruntled, not disgruntledness, just like sulkiness, sad, anger carry over into new parts of your day. Because I think, especially for a lot of traders, when you attach a end goal, like you want the results now and now, and you make it such a big part of your life, you take a losing trade. You're like, most people are like destroyed for the day. They're like, blah, they're sad, they're depressed, they're angry. And it's like, really, you shouldn't let that, carry over into any part of your day, right? Because if somebody took, I don't even know how many minutes are in a day, what, 24 times 60? Well, let's do the math. This is gonna be fun. 24 times 60. Okay. So if you had, let's say, $1,400, if somebody stole 120, are you gonna throw the rest of those dollars away? No. If 120 got burned, are you gonna throw all of them away? No. Then why are you with your time? Time is money. No. But then that brings me to my next part. I'll probably write something on this. Probably put it in the Discord I'm in because this is kind of, I feel like, needed for people. Uh, I got time. I got time. But it's you either have to. There's two different ways of thinking about it. You can either detach from the results, which is probably the best thing to do, and you can even use the other thing I'm about to speak about with it, or it has to be next play mentality. And so if you don't know what the next play mentality is, I played football, right? And so I played offensive line, right? I was left tackle, boom. My job is to stop that guy from getting to the quarterback, right? And so, every play is different. Every play is a life of its own. I know a lot of coaches say that. I love that saying. But like, okay, let's say I do a rep, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I block him. Okay, good, good, good. Next rep, he gets by me. I get tossed back. You can't just sit there and sulk because it's second down or it's third down. Like, it's the next play. You got to go. And the saying every play is a life of its own means boom, that life's over. Next one, next play, next play's up. Okay, forget about what happened in the past, right? You take a bad trade. Okay, that's in the past. That was okay. Next play, next play. What am I gonna do to improve on that? What am I gonna do to change to not let that happen again, or just to take a step into the future of that's behind me. Now what? And so I thought about that, and I had a great lifting session. Right, hit some great like high pull box high pulls, and hit some good RDLs, and blowing my numbers out of the chart, out of the water. Right, but then the other part is form of art, and I know uh, it was Alyssa Liu uh, talking about it on how she disconnects the results from the work, right? And how she treats it as it's fun. It's a form of art, as I like to call it. When you make your work a form of art, it's not work anymore. It's fun. And so what I'm saying by that is, uh, especially when you don't have an end result in mind. So when I was practicing over the summer, I was doing the technique I liked. I was getting better, just going out there, just doing it, having fun. I'd spend some days hour, hour and a half, other days 2 hours because I'm like, yeah, I like doing this. If I need to do a little extra more, it's just fun doing it. And so when it's fun, you don't really care about the results. In the end, you're going to get better. And so that's a big thing with my trading is I don't really need to make it work out right now. I've got 4 years to make this work. But uh, treating it as fun, and I don't want to say as a game because that bad rep to it. Trading in games, don't like using that. But when it's fun and you like doing it, you you start getting better faster, right? You start understanding that why would I fight the river? Let the river take me. Let the path be clear. Let it guide me to where I need to go by having fun. Meaning you won't get burned out. You won't blow a crap ton of money. And it's quicker in the long run, right? And so treating it as a form of art, as your fun thing, detaching it, results from the action, boom. That's insanely hard to do, especially with I know a lot of people trading, they need money, right? And you'll see Cole Trades, one of my favorite people to watch on Instagram because he's real, but he knows this is that if you're trading to earn money, get a job. Get a job, get everything else in your life in order, and then work on trading because it will destroy you. But once you separate that results from the work and you treat the work like fun, the results will come. And that's kind of what I've been doing is because even though I miss trades and stuff, I'm not trying to make it work extra hard. I'm not forcing stuff. I'm not, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. No, if I miss a trade, okay, find the reason, fix it. Next play mentality. You can pull the next play mentality and the every trade is a life of its own into that this is a form of art because you're detached from the results. And so if you take a loss, you take some bet. Next step, next play, it's second down, right? You're still gonna go out and try to win the game, right? Every single time you're out there, regardless of if you take one bad trade, take a loss, that's what it is, right? And so it's been 19 minutes and it's almost time for me to head to dinner. So uh, oh my gosh, perchance 7. Okay, now we're swapping it back to 7, but that's all I had to say. I need to start doing more of these sticky notes and I need to start articulating and writing this down so that I can help share it with other people, right? Alrighty, that's all I have for today. Tomorrow, hopefully, Tuesday, first trade on a Tuesday on this account. Let's get it. I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun.